67% of the Israelites going to the lake of fire. Which one you choosing? The curse or the blessing?
They brought us from one slave ship to another slave ship. This slave ship we've been riding on for over 400, 500 years.
You have to examine yourself to get to the kingdom. You have to build yourself. You have to do it yourself. You can't be worried about no one else. Shalom, shalom. Giving our praises to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Shai. Today's class, Moses never divided a Red Sea, but he rebuked a wicked nation. Same thing we're doing today. We are killing the lies that we have been taught. And the thing is, before they see the title, like I always say, and they run their mouth, man. Right. That lets you know when you see somebody out there running their mouth, they didn't say, well, I watched the class in its entirety. And you didn't prove what you was teaching. They'll see a title and it mess with their computer chip. You know, the ones out there that talking about a chip. See, give me Jeremiah 7:25. Yeah. Let me show you the problem, because I think some people don't know what they dealing with. Just like Israel when they came out of Egypt. Read that.
The book of the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 7 and verse 25. Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt, unto this day, I have even sent unto you all my servants, the prophets.
The prophets, read.
Daily, rising up early and sending them.
Read on.
Yet they hearkened not unto me.
He said they don't want to listen to him. Read.
Nor incline their ears.
Don't want to go and do their research. Read.
But harden their necks.
Hold up here. That's not true, because the white man told me this.
Read out.
That's why they can't. That's the why, because you got these other schools, they don't touch this. They all watered down, man. They not really raising the nation. They prolonging the nation. Read.
That's right. They did worse than their father.
They did worse than their father, and you're seeing it happening today. Read.
Therefore, thou shalt speak all these words unto them.
He say speak these words, because when you going in and you looking at somebody dividing a sea, I thought it say suffer not a wish to live.
That's right, that's right.
That's against nature. But see, our people, they want some miracles, man. They don't want to keep these commandments. Read.
All right, shalom.
Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Racham Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all his sincere Akia. I know this is a clip from the Manatazakba's video going into the exact same thing, where you have one body in Yahushai, an offshoot of the IUIC, talking about, miracles from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, the great miracle that the Most High did in the scripture, which is what they are saying right here, because first they started with Yahushai, then they moved on to Moses. You see the pillars of our nation, the men that, brought great deliverance for our people, okay? So if they see that these mighty men, these great men that, our Lord the Most High Yahweh was dealing with directly, okay, without a shadow of a doubt, could not do miracles, how much more his servants, the prophets, okay? So the miracles you see in the scriptures, like Isaiah, it's like Prophet Elijah and Elisha raising men up from the dead, okay? The Prophet Ezekiel prophesying concerning the rebirth of our people, okay? All those great miracles that the men of the Lord did in the scriptures, it never happened, basically. They were, or that they were allegories, okay? This is what they are teaching, which of course makes no sense. Even going as far as to say that anything that seems like a miracle, the healing of the sick, the raising of the dead, the feeding of the 5,000, the manna that fell from heaven, okay? They're just going through all the things that were miracles in the scriptures, okay? Even the simple prophecy that were going out to the highways and byways, teaching every single if every single week, the sit downs, these lessons that we're doing, these are miracles as well. Are these allegories too? Are these, is this witchcraft too? Okay, but this is what happens when you have mentors here that, and they don't understand what they are. They truly, truly don't understand what this truth is about. That's why they can say things like this. All right, so let's get this. This is the book of Matthew 12, verse 22, and it reads, Then was brought unto him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb, and he healed him, insomuch that the blind and dumb both spake and saw. And all the people were amazed and said, Is not this the son of David? But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, This fellow doth not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of the devils. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And low key, this is a court against you Christians that believe that the Most High is that Satan rebelled against the Most High, because it's what he's telling you right here. If Yahweh Yahushua had any creature in his kingdom, okay, in his universe that rebelled against him, it's showing you that it shall be brought to desolation, it shall not stand, okay. So he's telling you right there that the foil that these Christians are pushing, but we're not here to speak against them. That's another video. What we're here to speak against is the madness that these people out that is one body in Yawasha is teaching, okay, telling you that anything that may seem like miracles, okay, is witchcraft. There is witchcraft, which is actually funny considering that you have these guys accusing established men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, saying that, oh, but when he talks about Moses splitting the Red Sea, when he talks about the 10 plagues of Egypt, they didn't happen. They didn't happen. It's messed with the natural order. Basically what they are saying is that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will not put the spirit on his men to part the Red Sea, or the Most High will not part the Red Sea, because you go to the precept, you go to the book of Exodus, it clearly says that the Most High is the one that parted that Red Sea, okay. All he did was tell Moses to stretch forth his hand, and he would do the parting of the splitting of the sea, But what they are saying is that you can have magic, you can have miracles, you can have things happen on the left hand side, but the right hand can't replicate that. The right hand can't do that, even though the right hand side, the righteous parts of this, of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's world, of his movie, should be able to do that. In fact, should be able to do greater, just like when Moses created a snake, and his snake was bigger than the snakes that the soothsayers and the magicians of Egypt created, and he ate all the snakes that those magicians of Egypt created, okay. But all these things that you are listening to, these guys are just getting worse and worse and worse, man. Their doctrine is just getting more ridiculous. But anyway, let me just stop talking. Let me get some precepts, okay. Because the thing is, before I go to these precepts, I just want to say one more thing, okay. It's because the thing is, you say that the pattern of, and that is the worst example you could possibly use, man. Because between Noah's Ark, okay, the passing of the Red Sea, all right, those ancient miracles are the ones that Esau even can prove, okay, and Esau knows that they actually happen, because even Esau knows that Moses actually did those miracles, okay, because you go into it, and I wanted to actually bring this out, but you can look it up. You go into it, you can actually use a strong wind to split an ocean, basically to split the two sides of an ocean. You can actually do that. It's actually very possible, okay. So this is the book of Exodus 14 verse 15, and it reads, And Yahweh said unto Moses, Wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel, that they go forward. But lift up thy rod, and stretch out thine hand over the sea, and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his host, upon his chariots, upon his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am Yahweh, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the angel of Yahweh, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. And it was a cloud and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all night. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and Yahweh caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. Okay, that's clearly telling you that the Most High actually divided the seas. All right, so you can't wuru your way out of this, and you can't wiggle your way with some excuse about allegories or anything like that, because this actually happened, and all the evidence to back up the fact that this happened is there. We read a little bit on down to tell you that the Egyptians got swallowed up by the sea as soon as our people, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians passed through safely. They are still finding their bodies. They found their bodies in the sea. Okay, even though normally, that long ago, all right, the the what's what I'm looking for, the bodies won't actually be preserved, okay, or won't survive that long being underwater. But they still found the bodies, they still found the gold chariots and the like, showing that it's actually happened. Sea floor, you know and Esau Edom even admitted that something like this, splitting a sea in half is actually possible, okay. But of course, you have men out here basically faithless. I don't believe in the what's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, okay? Because right now Yahweh Hashem Yahushai was the one that told Moses to split the seas, and he was the one that used the power of the east wind to split the seas. Does that make the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai a witch? Does that mean that he's gonna using witchcraft? Okay, so a nigga can to go out here do witchcraft, call upon his ancestors to bring down thunder from heaven. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushua can cause his elect to use spiritual power. You know, this is exactly what one body is saying right here. Okay, it's one thing to say that it's impossible to do all these kind of things. To heal the sick, we just laying of hands. Okay, whether you are a witch or whether you are using the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. But what they are saying now is that, oh, this is witchcraft. Okay, anybody that can do this thing, regardless of who they are witches. All right, but bugged out. And that's all I can say. Of course, you already know that this, that these dudes, they don't know what they're talking about. So yeah, I'm just going to end it right there. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai Ba'asham, Ba'chak Wadash, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom.